What's up, everybody? Welcome to Real Time for the real everyday movie fan. I'm Josh Williams.
And I'm Ryan Murphy.
And today we're giving you our real-time review of the Cloverfield Paradox. Now, for someone, I do love 10 Cloverfield Lane, but he loves...
It also has a sentimental value because it was the first review we ever did together.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, too.
But
for someone who loves it so much...
I put it as my number 2 favorite movie of 2016 behind Captain Fantastic. So it was I do love that movie. So
for someone who loves that movie, does this movie hold up?
Oh, hell no.
I have to be quick. Whatever you're doing right now, stop. Go to your children right now. Kiss them. Hold them for as long as you can. That's all there is. Right now.
All right, so 10 Cloverfield Lane stars Gugu Mbatha-Raw, David Oyelowo, Elizabeth Debicki, Zhang Ziyi, Daniel Bruhl, Chris O'Dowd, John Ortiz, and Axel Henny. Great cast.
That is a great cast.
Not all A-listers by any means, but just very good actors if you pay attention. The only one I don't recognize at all, didn't know, was Axel Henny. He did fine. So yeah, and it's directed by Julius Ona, produced by J.J. Abrams. Of course, it is supposedly an entry in this. What's the deal with this series?
I know, because initially, when Cloverfield came out,
Right.
the first one, it had its own thing, and then 10 Cloverfield Lane came out, it was supposed to be just a spiritual sequel, and now we have this one comes out, which is supposed to tie in the first one, but it hasn't.
Is it supposed to?
It is. It's supposed to tie in.
Says
sort of.
Who actually has officially said that?
That's true.
It's what
But
we had the first film for 10 years. It was good. Okay, we'll never know where the beast really came from. It's mysterious. Fine. That was all it was. And then the second movie came out, and we thought it was a sequel, and then it was about aliens. So we're like, oh, I guess it's not. And spiritual sequel to me meant we put the name on there to get box office receipts. And then all of a sudden they had this movie God Particle was going to come out. They said it was the next chapter in the Cloverfield. So we assumed it was going to tie them together somehow. And then this very surprise. First of all, we have to mention this very surprise thing that happened, where it was just like, it's going to be in theaters February 2018. Oh no, we're putting it off till June. Oh no, we're putting it off indefinitely. Oh, by the way, it's Super Bowl at night. Hey, guess what? It's called The Cloverfield Paradox, and it's on Netflix tonight.
Watch it.
What the hell?
That's kind of cool, though. I like that marketing idea.
And it goes with the entire history of Cloverfield, which has been this crazy marketing, crazy, mysterious, sudden marketing. But
I will say, you can say it ties it together kind of in a way, but are they in the same Earth or world?
I don't know that we can really review this without spoiling it.
Yeah, I will say, here's a asterisk here, folks. We're going to go into minor spoilers. We're not going to give away huge plot details or huge plot devices that will really possibly ruin the movie. But we're going to bring up a couple things that might be a little spoiler-ish. So minor spoiler, while we get into this movie. But I'm going to jump off the gun, give my rating real quick. Man. I'm gonna go 5 out of 10. I can't give it a fresh score.
I'm gonna go 4 out of 10.
Okay.
So
but they're like, I feel like it was trying to become something very complex, and and gives you something really crazy to think about. It kind of does, but it kind of doesn't. And there's certain themes that this movie tries to create to tie them together that really doesn't hit the nail on the head, or like hit the nail in the coffin. Like, okay, that explains so much. It gives you more questions than answers, and that's not a good thing for a movie that's supposed to promote. It will answer all of your questions about the first one and the second one, and
it didn't promote itself that way. It didn't. That may have been your perception.
No, but it said it in the actual like in the posters, or it said it even in the trailer. In the trailers, it said 10 years ago we had something happen, and here's what happened. Well, it said it in the trailer. But besides that, that was my take. It was okay. I'll get into some things I liked here in a minute, but what was your score and your overall thought?
Well, first of all, I said the score's 4 out of 10.
Oh, yeah, you said it 4 out of 10.
But I really think that, first of all, it doesn't really tie the films together. It has this idea at the end that it's like, well, that doesn't really tie them together. That's just a lame excuse. The film itself is it has this antagonist. It has this this quality. Like, so what's happening to these guys on the station is mysterious events keep happening, and these mysterious events, strange things happening, are kind of the antagonist because you never know when the next one's gonna attack. but it's so random and it makes so little sense that the antagonist really is just whatever the writers feel like making happen at that point. And none of it makes sense as to why that would be happening at that moment. And it's not like, oh, we don't know, it's mystery, and mystery is cool, so this is good. No, this just doesn't make sense. It's just a stupid thing.
Yeah.
And you know that the only reason a character is getting killed here is because the screenwriters wanted them gone, and what's actually happening in the scene has no reason for happening. And so they have this antagonist that just can strike whenever it wants, and only when the writers want it to. And that's not good writing to me. And that was my main problem with the film. And other than that, it does have a decent premise of what happens when these guys are in space, what they open up, the consequences of that, being on a space station. It has this alien vibe to it, like the original Alien, these guys on a ship that, it's smacked of the original Alien in a lot of parts to me, actually, as they keep getting picked off one by one. And there's a woman who's going to be so that's just a typical horror movie, right? It's always a woman who survives. It's just... so there's goodness to it. You're not gonna, if you watch this, you're not gonna sit there and be like, "Oh my God, this is stupid. When is this gonna get over?" It's not bad like that. But when it gets over, but there is just like it's just not
There's
enough.
this sense
it's not
of-
enough, and it just feels
yeah.
like it failed to do what it wanted to do.
There's a sense of emptiness when the movie's over. Like you're still intrigued to see. Okay, there's all these questions I have now, and I hope the movie delivers on the answers. And then the movie ends, and you're like, "Oh, I feel kind of hollow now because it leaves me with so many more questions and answers."
And
I keep saying.
I think it's trying to just milk this franchise. Now they're going to keep coming out with Cloverfield movies now, and it's going to try and drag the interest. It's going to be like Lost, right, where they dragged it out of you for 6 years, and then in the end it was just a waste of time, and you're just pissed. And that's what Abrams does. So
I will because it sucks because the first one with Matt Reeves was great. The second one was really awesome, and this one was just kind of eh. I will give it where credit is due, though. The actors in this movie, we have to give it to them acting-wise, not necessarily their dialogue because that goes into the screenplay, but the actors themselves really gave it their all.
Yeah.
David Oyelowo and how do you say her name?
Gugu Mbatha-Raw,
Hirsch. They were fantastic, and even Daniel Bruhl.
Daniel Bruhl.
He's I can't pronounce his name, but they were all really great.
Chris O'Dowd was a little bit silly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But besides that, though, I mean, the two that really stood out was David Oyelowo and
Gugu.
yeah, there we go. But they all did a fantastic job. It's just those two really stood out, and they really gave it their all, which kind of sucks because you can tell they were really trying and just didn't pay off. But I completely agree with you. Screenplay was awful. The direction was okay. Like there's some good shots there, some good visual effects and whatnot. This had a good studio budget. You can tell, but overall, I can't. I mean, well. What? Yeah, check it out. You know what? It's free. It's on Netflix. Check it out. See it for yourself and give your own opinion. Leave your comments in the section below. Leave your comments. Let us know what you think. Give us your score out of 10, whatnot. But yeah, I can't
say it's very good.
Yeah, I will say overall, I can't recommend you waste your. I wouldn't say waste your time checking it, but yeah, just check it out and judge for yourself. I mean, that's for this one since it's on Netflix. That's the best I can really do. And it's about an hour and 40 minutes, so it's not going to take two much of your time. But I'm guessing overall, what are your thoughts about it? Because we can
Whatever.
You can recommend
it or leave it. It doesn't really add much of anything to the Cloverfield. So you can still appreciate the first two movies by themselves. At least the second movie is still completely by
on
itself.
its own. Yeah, that's still a great movie to watch on its own.
Maybe the first movie has a connection to this. Maybe, even with what they said at the end, still doesn't make sense.
Or what they showed at the end with the monster.
What they showed at the end still doesn't make sense.
It doesn't really.
So we'll see.
Because when you take an account of the size of the monster in the first one compared to the size of this one in this last one, it's... Yeah.
Well, we'll see. So,
yeah.
At any rate.
All right, folks. That is for today. Thank you very much for watching. What did you think of the Cloverfield Paradox? Leave your comments in the section below. Give us your positives, negatives, and your score out of 10. Also, if you like what you watch, hit the like button, subscribe to our channel so you can receive more of our various content in the future. Also, like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. The links are in the description below. That's all we have for you today. I'm Josh Williams.
And I'm Ryan Murphy.
And thank you for keeping it real.
With ReelTime.